The following broadcast is a presentation of the ND Sports Channel.
Oaks Tornadoes down 2-0 here to the Kindred Vikings. Michael Hall will pass it over far side there for Schaefer. Schaefer looks inside for Gavin Keller. Gavin Keller with the slam dunk! That pass inside of the lane was taken away by Fargo Davies. And another nice pass and a slam dunk! Grayson Heyman with the slam dunk in the JV game. Mabor, a perfect 4 for 4, and a slam dunk from Harney. Henningsgaard tries to cut through the lane, outlet pass into the corner there for Heinitz. Back over to Henningsgaard, wide open for 3. Got it and one! Wow! Kaylee Jackson, three-pointer up, and no, that one won't go in. Tana Lick pulls down the deep offensive board. She'll put up a 3. That one's in, and we're tied. 16 fouls. And the pass is intercepted by Overby. Overby has an opportunity to dunk it! He nailed it, the two-handed throwdown. 41-37, 4:25 to go here as the Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. All right, welcome back. We're about a little over 4 minutes away from the start of our second quarterfinal game here at the State Class B Girls Basketball Tournament at the Billy Ingolstadt Sioux Center here on the campus of UND, home of the Fighting Hawks. And the Thompson Tommies will be in their white jerseys, warming up in their black warm-up jerseys, or shirts, I should say, over on the right-hand side of the floor. And the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks are warming up here on the near side of the court. In their dark, I guess you could say dark blue with light blue trim with white numbers. I don't think I've seen these jerseys before. This is a new one. At least with the ones I saw last year for the boys team will look different. We'll just leave it at that. So once again, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks and the Thompson Tommies getting ready to kick off our second of 4 quarterfinal matchups. After this game, we'll have about an hour and a half break before we come back with game number 3 of the day. So we'll get out here, get some food, and then come back. Thompson Tommies 21-2 on the year. They've had a double overtime win and a triple overtime win against Langdon and Kindred. How about that? And you have to go back to Saturday, January 26th, part of the Hillsborough Holiday Hoops Tournament, with last time the Thompson Tommies lost a game by 6, 66-60 to 4 Winds Minnewacan. Their only other loss came back on January 15th against the Grafton Spoilers, 51-42. That was a home game that the Tommies lost to Grafton. And since that game against 4 Winds Minnewacan, the Tommies have won 6 in a row, including Park River Fortville Lincoln, Midway Minto, Drayton Valley Edinburgh, and then in the Region 2 tournament, they would defeat Hillsborough Central Valley, followed by Mayport CG, and then they would knock off Grafton, get their revenge win over the Spoilers in that Region 2 championship game, a game in which that game could have gone either way. I was following that game on Twitter, and Thompson was down late in that game. They were able to come back and get the win. That brings them into their quarterfinal round matchup here with the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, who are 18-6 on the year. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're 5-0 against their district opponents. 5-3 when playing on the road. They went 8-2 when playing at home this season. You have to go back to the District 9 tournament where they lost to I believe they're the Solon Sioux, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll just say Solon in case I'm mistaken on that. 54-51 in the District 9 tournament, which kind of set up an odd bracket for the regional tournaments. More on that in a little bit. There's a secondary story to that one. And prior to that district tournament loss, the last time they lost was to another state tournament team, the Rugby Panthers, back on January 15th, part of the Minot Auditorium Holiday Shootout. They would lose 52-43 to the Panthers on that day. Since their last loss against Solon, they have won 4 in a row, including Standing Rock in the district tournament, which would end up being a region qualifier game. And then in the Region 5 tournament, because of their loss to Solon in the district tournament, it set them up on the same side of the bracket as the defending last year's state champions, the Grant County Coyotes. They'd first have to get by Underwood, and they would by 4, 36-32. And then it's been Region 5 has basically been the battle of the Skyhawks and the Coyotes for the last 3 or 4 years. And the Coyotes have gotten here twice. They got here last year and the year before that. and they would win the championship last year. But those two teams would meet in the semifinals, and Shiloh Christian, due to their loss in the district tournament, would face Grant County in the semifinal and defeat the Coyotes by 8, 40-32, moving on to the Region 5 championship game against the same team that they lost to in the district tournament, picking up a 5-point win this time, 57-52 over Solon. And I did talk with Grant County head coach Nicole Bentz shortly after. Matter of fact, it was the day after the loss, or no, it was the day after the Region 5 championship game, as she reached out to me on Twitter and said, hey, I suppose you're going to have to wait till next year for a bunch of buzzer beaters. And I was like, well, to be honest with you, if there's any, if the Skyhawks can't make it from Region 5, then I'd love to see the Coyotes here again. And to be 100% honest, it actually is a little bit of a shame that the Coyotes going to be back here to defend their state championship. But on the flip side of that, for those who don't know, I did go to Shiloh Christian in my high school years, so I have a little bit of leniency of what's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. I'm so pumped up right now I can't get the words out of me. But neutral broadcaster, and my former high school is in this game against a team that I've seen quite frequently out of Region 2, the Thompson Tommies. So I'll be neutral by being excited for both teams. Sound fair enough? We already had the national anthem in the first game, so we'll skip right towards the right to the starting lineups and the roster announcements here. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer right now and take a short breath here. All right, now your non-starters. Starting with the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Starting 5 for the Skyhawks. You got the 5'5" senior, Allison Bearstail. And then you got Kennedy Walsh. She's a 5'3" freshman this year. And then the 5'7" senior, Olivia Martin. Then the 5'4" junior, Kelsey Mischel, number 23. And then the other one was the 5'11" freshman, Grace Kelly. That was the one I was missing. Now your starters, or your non-starters for the Thompson Tommies. Now your starters for the Thompson Tommies. You got the 5'4" junior, Kaya Sorby. the 5'9" senior, Carrie Nisler. The 5'5" sophomore, Mackenzie Hughes. Most of these players are softball players too. You got Macy Jordheim, who's a 5'9" junior. And then Taylor Zach, a 5'9" senior who had an outstanding state tournament last year when the girls played up in Minot. Skyhawks, let's see here. Yeah, I'm on the right page. Darryl Bearstail is their head coach. They average 49 points a game while allow an average of 39 points a game. Olivia Martin, Allison Bearstail, and Grace Kelly, your leading scorers, with 11, 8, and 6 points respectively for the Skyhawks. And let's see if I can flip the page here really quick. For the Thompson Tommies from Region 2, they are coached by head coach Jason Bren. Their leading scorers are Mackenzie Hughes, Macy Jordheim, and Taylor Zach, all averaging right around that 10-point per game mark, and we're underway. Thompson Tommies in their white jerseys and green numbers, they'll be going from left to right, if you can even hear me. I can barely hear myself in the headset right now. And then the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks in their dark blue jerseys with white numbers and light blue trim down the side and white numerals. And the Skyhawks win the opening tip. It's Allison Bearstail who will feed it near wing now for Kelsey Mischel. Mischel at the free throw line, back out top, Olivia Martin. Martin will fire it back over to Bearstail. Bearstail back up top to Grace Kelly. Kelly to the near wing now to Kennedy Walth. Walth looks down low, that's Grace Kelly. Shot up no good, rebound comes down to Carrie Nisler for the Tommies. Nisler up court quickly there to Kaya Sorby. Sorby all the way to the hoop, can't go. And the rebound comes down to the Skyhawks. It came down into the hands of Olivia Martin. Martin will fire it back up court. It'll reach the hands of Allison Bearstail. Martin now near wing to Mischel. Mischel works it back inside there for Olivia Martin. Martin works it back up top, now over to the far wing. Dribbles back up to the top of the key, that's Bearstail. Bearstail will give it up to Martin. Martin will give it up now to Kennedy Walth. Walth, a 5'3" freshman. Skyhawks working around the perimeter, trying to get the ball inside, but the Tommies doing well. 2 on the shot clock, they have to put it up, and that'll be a shot clock violation, and the first turnover of the game goes to the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks as they'll turn it over on the shot clock violation. 6:52 to go here in the first quarter of play. Let's get that scoreboard up on the screen there for you. We apologize. Still 0-0, 6:43 to go here in the first quarter. Once again, your on-screen timeouts remaining. We will not keep track of that. That shot is up and no good. The rebound came down to Grace Kelly. Now wrestling match picked up by Kaya Sorby. Sorby puts into the hands of Carrie Nisler as the Skyhawks turn it over for the second time. And now that whistle will stop the clock with 6:26 to go here in the first quarter of play. So the personal foul goes on Allison Bearstail, team foul number 1. Kaya Sorby at the free throw line misses the free throw and remains scoreless here in quarterfinal game round number 2. Sorby's second free throw is on the way, and that one will drop in, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Thompson Tommies. Off the free throw by Kaya Sorby. Back the other way now, it's Bearstail. Bearstail will fire it over far side there for Walth. Walth drives into the free throw line and then puts it into the hands of Grace Kelly. Kelly works it back up top and into the hands of Olivia Martin. Now near wing for Bearstail. She'll put up a 3. That's off the front iron, won't go. Rebound comes down to the hands of Taylor Zach. Zach will put it into the hands of Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes drives all the way to the hoop, puts it up, falls down. Loose ball, no foul called. And now the ball will roll out of bounds and it'll stay with the Thompson Tommies. I'll stop the clock with 5:56 to go here in the first quarter of play. I believe this game is on TV, but they don't have the video up on the board here in the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center. If you want to listen to the ND Sports Channel and watch it on TV, just rewind your DVR by 30 seconds. That shot is up and in, Mackenzie Hughes. Mackenzie Hughes makes it a 3-0 lead for the Thompson Tommies. Skyhawks work the ball into the near wing. Kelsey Mischel drives into the lane, had it stripped away by Carrie Nisler. Quickly up court to Taylor Zach, pickpocketed from behind there by Olivia Martin. Martin will bring it back over the timeline, pick up the dribble here high on the near side, fire it over to the far side to Bearstail. Bearstail to the far wing to Wolf. Wolf dribbles down towards the baseline, comes back out top, puts it into the hands of Kelly. Kelly up top now, 2 passes later, back to Bearstail. Bearstail puts it into the hands of Kelly. Skyhawks working it around the perimeter. Dribbling down to the baseline, runs into a double team. Now they try to push the ball into the paint. The ball rolls out of bounds and go back to the Thompson Tommies. Skyhawks have him down for 3 turnovers so far. And we'll have a media timeout on the floor. It's 3-0 Thompson Tommies over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks here with 5:01 to go in the first quarter of play. We'll take a timeout and be back in 30 seconds here on the ND Sports Channel. The Fargo North softball team is live for a 2nd season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com/game schedule.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in North Dakota so special?
They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back. First quarter of play here, and the Thompson Tommies lead the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 3-0 with 5:01 to go here in the first quarter of play. Mackenzie Hughes would get the bucket, the lone bucket. Kaya Sorby would get the Tommies on the board with a missed one, made one on 2 free throw attempts. And that's been the only scoring so far. Have the Skyhawks down for a total of 4 turnovers in this game so far. That's one thing they're going to want to clean up here. Thompson Tommies are too good of a team to keep turning the ball over with. Maybe just some state tournament rust to brush off here, but keep this in mind. The last time Shiloh Christian played the state tournament was in Grand Forks, and they ended up winning that state title. So we'll see if they can do it again this year or not. Nice bounce pass there from Taylor Zach to Macy Jordheim, and then the offensive rebound by Carrie Nisler gets the bucket and puts the Tommies up 5-0. On the near wing now, it's Kelsey Mischel, the senior. Works it up top for Olivia Martin, the senior. Now over to the far wing to Bearstail, who's also a senior. Senior to senior. Work the ball inside. Martin with the baseline jumper off the backside of the rim. No good. Kaya Sorby pulls down the rebound here for the Thompson Tommies and brings it back quickly over the timeline down into the near corner with her team leading 5-0 with 4:11 and counting to go here in the first quarter of play. 22 to shoot on the shot clock. They'll work it near side here for Macy Jordheim. Jordheim looks it down low for Zach. Zach up top, 2 passes later, and a third pass that's intercepted ends up in the hands of Allison Bearstail, and that's the first turnover here for the Thompson Tommies, according to my numbers, as they work it far side there for Kelsey Mischel. Mischel gets inside to Martin. They'll work it back up top now into the near corner. Catch and shoot 3 on the way off the mark, won't go. That was out of the hands of Kelsey Mischel. Rebound comes down to the Thompson Tommies. Bringing it back is Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes drives into the lane and will draw the offensive foul, or the defensive foul, excuse me. So inbounds pass here for the Tommies is coming into the lineup is Kayla Herbert as well as Lauren Cunningham for the Tommies. Taylor Zach at the high post, pushes out. Cunningham, catch and shoot 3 is up and in. Lauren Cunningham with the triple to make it 8-0 Thompson. Skyhawks looking for their first basket of the game here. Into the lineup is the 6'2 sophomore J.C. Hall, wearing number 40 for Shiloh Christian. They'll work it up top here for Grace Kelly, the freshman. Kelly over to Martin. Martin up top now, and they'll put it into, that is Kennedy Walth. Once an official got in my way here. Walth works it inside for Hall. Hall turnaround won't go. Rebound comes down to Macy Jordheim. Jordheim gives it up for Brittany Munson. Munson up court now, and Munson will get it back. Up top, no, that's Cunningham up top, excuse me. Now working into the corner, Jordheim puts it into the hands of Taylor Zach. Zach works it up top for Sorby. Sorby fakes to the left, now dribbles to her right. Being guarded there by Rachel Mischel, number 11 for the Skyhawks. And that ball will go out of bounds, stopping the clock with 2:29 to go. And the ball will go back to Shiloh Christian. But before they trigger that inbounds pass, it's another media timeout on the floor. 2:29 to go here in the first quarter of play, and the Thompson Tommies lead the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 8-0. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter, search @NDScores to get the same scores on your mobile device every night.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back as we come out of the media timeout on the floor. It's an 8-0 lead for the Thompson Tommies with 2:29 to go here in the first quarter of play over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Tommies led by Lauren Cunningham with that triple. That was the most recent basket for the Tommies. Mackenzie Hughes and Carrie Nisler have 2 apiece, and Kaya Sorby 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 1 point, and that totals up to a team total of 8. Skyhawks will have the basketball, and they will have no pressure in the backcourt from the Tommies. That's something that I'm not used to seeing from the Thompson Tommies, to be honest with you. Skyhawks bring it over far wing. Now they work it up top. That's into the hands of Grace Kelly. Kelly works it near side, and now they look down low. That is J.C. Hall, and that ball will go out of bounds and go back to the Thompson Tommies. Kenzie Hughes will dribble it up over to the far sideline, bring it up over the timeline, being guarded there by Kennedy Walth. Hughes puts it into the corner, and that is Cunningham. Now 2 passes later, Macy Jordheim on the far side, dribbles into the lane, a little underhand scoop layup is up and in. Macy Jordheim gets another bucket, and some pretty even scoring now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different players have scored their baskets. Let's put it this way. Let's rewind and pretend I didn't say that. The 10 points by Thompson have been scored by 5 different players. That's what I'm trying to say. Olivia Martin will go to the free throw line here to try and put the Skyhawks on the board with 147. She'll miss that one off the front of the rim. No good. That last foul went on Kayla Herbert. And the Skyhawks are on the board as she gets 1 of 2. And it's 10 to 1 in favor of the Thompson Tommies. Bounce pass up top was nearly stolen away there by Kennedy Walth, but the Tommies regain possession. They'll push it over far side there for Herbert. Herbert puts it into the hands of Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes drives into the paint and puts it up, won't go. Herbert pulls down the rebound. Follow-up shot won't go. Ball is tipped around. Cunningham comes away with it. Comes up to the top of the key. Puts it into the hands of Nisler. Nisler back up top to Cunningham with 29 to shoot on the shot clock, excuse me. Driving into the lane, that is Herbert. I'm going to have to remember that one. It's the one I haven't called too often this season. That ball will go out of bounds down at the other end, go back to the Thompson Tommies with 1:02 to go here. And Skyhawks will need to shake off this first quarter and see what they can do in the second quarter in the final minute of this one. Their only point so far coming out of the hands of Olivia Martin at the free throw line. 54 seconds to go. Quick passing, and that passing certainly going to help as Kayla Herbert gets the bucket. And that's 6 players for the Thompson Tommies to score now. Kaya Sorby has 1, Lauren Cunningham has 3, and the other 4 players have 2. And another defensive board for the Tommies. They'll work it in the hands of Nisler, who finds Cunningham down low, but it bounces off the front of the rim. Taylor Zack grabs the rebound, and that ball will get poked out of bounds. And I think we have a foul, too. And Taylor Zack will go to the free throw line. Zack at the free throw line, puts it up and in, and Taylor Zack is the 7th player to score for the Thompson Tommies. 13-1. Second one that's on its way, and that one's off the mark. So both players, Taylor Zack and Kaya Sorby, who have gone to the free throw line, have gone 1 for 2. Sorby missed her first, made her second. Zack made her first, missed her second. And the possession arrow is going to favor the Tommies on that last jump ball. Cunningham, corner 3 off the inbounds pass. It's in! Lauren Cunningham, the first player for the Tommies to score 2 baskets. It's 16-1 here in favor of the Tommies. Pass is tipped to Martin on the baseline, puts it up. It rolls off the rim, and it's punched out of bounds by, I believe it's Carrie Nisler who touched it last. It'll remain Skyhawk basketball. Olivia Martin will trigger it in from the baseline here. Bounce pass in, turn around, spin off the glass, won't go. Trying to tip it back in was J.C. Hall, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with your score. The Thompson Tommies 16 and the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 1. Back with the second quarter here in 30 to 60 seconds on the ND Sports Channel. NDSUP All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the NDSUP All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to NDSUP All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109. All right, welcome back. We're at the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center here on the campus of UND, home of the Fighting Hawks. Game 2 of 4 of the quarterfinal round of the 2019 State Class B Girls Basketball Tournament. And at the end of one quarter, the Thompson Tommies lead the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 16-1. The lone point scored by Olivia Martin, who's 1 of 2 from the free throw line for the Skyhawks. The Thompson Tommies, those 16 points can be spread around to 7 different players. They are led by Lauren Cunningham with 6 points off 2 3-pointers. 2 apiece for Kayla Herbert, Macy Jordheim, Mackenzie Hughes, Carrie Nisler, and 1 apiece for Kaya Sorby and Taylor Zack, who are both 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As we start the second quarter of play, we'll see how the Skyhawks respond after a rough first quarter here for Shiloh Christian. Down 15, 7:53 to go. Skyhawks have the ball. Martin up top, swings it over far side. That is Bearstail. Bears tail swings it near side now for Mischel. Mischel up top and back over to Mischel. Mischel being guarded there by Nistler. And that pass inside is intercepted by Mackenzie Hughes. Mackenzie Hughes, coast to coast. No, it will not go in. But the rebound came down to Nistler, and now there's going to be a foul. I believe it's on Kelsey Mischel. We'll find out for sure here in a moment. Nope, they're going to give it to Olivia Martin, so that'll be her second. Team foul number 4. Nistler at the free throw line, and it's up and in. Nistler with 3 points now. And Nistler's second free throw's in as well. 18-1, 7:30 to go here as Bears tail bring it up over the timeline. Bears tail, one-handed pass and in the near side here for Walth, or check that, Mischel. Now they work it inside for Grace Kelly, and that one will not go on. The shots are just not dropping for Shiloh Christian. They have good looks at the basket down low, but they just do not get the friendly roll or the friendly bounce. No need for a roll or bounce there. Macy Jordan knocks down another triple for the Tommies. That's 3 triples now for Thompson, and they lead by 20, 21-1. 6:53 to go here in the second quarter of play. And that one off the baseline won't go, and the rebound comes down to Nistler. Nistler working into the hands of Hughes. Hughes will bring it over the timeline with 6:39 to go here in the second quarter of play. Now on the near wing, it's Macy Jordheim. Jordheim will feed it to Zach. Zach feeds it back into the paint for Jordheim, who goes up to the basket and draws the foul. Team foul number 5 on the Skyhawks. Kelsey Mischel picks up her first. Jordheim, free throw, up and in. .6'2" sophomore J.C. Hall checks back into the lineup here for Shiloh Christian. Now the video is up on the screen. I'm not sure what took so long, but free throws up and in. Macy Jordheim 2 for 2, Nistler 2 for 2, and the Tommies are 100% in the second quarter. And 6 of 8 in the game from the free throw line, and it's 23-1, and a timeout on the floor. Thompson Tommies in control of this one. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the ND Sports Channel. In our first year and 4 months on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you a total of 407 games, and 377 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 377 games that would have had 0 broadcast coverage if not for the sponsors who support our sports webcast. We ask that you please patronize and support the sponsors you hear about in this sports broadcast on the ND Sports Channel. Join us and put your business products and services in front of an average of 234 viewers per game. Let's team up. All right, welcome back. Thompson Tommies lead Shiloh Christian by the score at 23-1. Olivia Martin for the Skyhawks has the 1 point from the free throw line. And the Thompson Tommies, well, pick a player, and I'll tell you how many points they have. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players with points right now. They are led currently by Macy Jordheim with 7, Lauren Cunningham with 6. Are your 2 leading scorers here for the Thompson Tommies, as the Skyhawks will get the ball out of the timeout, and they'll work it into the hands of Olivia Martin on the near wing. Now they work it down low to Hall. Hall back outside for Grace Kelly. Kelly to Hall, who punches it out to Bears Tail. Long 3, and that misses everything. That's from the 10-foot line. In the if you know how the volleyball lines are, that was from the 10-foot line, and that's a good 6 feet beyond the 19-foot three-point arc. That was about a 25-foot three-pointer there for Bears Tail. And that one was off the mark, and down at the other end, Kaya Sorby puts it up in. 25-1. I don't know if that was maybe a frustration shot there from Bears Tail, hoping to maybe get something, saying, hey, nothing else is going in, let's try this. And that was another one that doesn't go in, and once again, there we go, we got our first bucket from the field there, J.C. Hall. 25-3 is our score. Work the ball into the hands of Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes up top there for Sorby. Sorby pushes it into the corner. That is Jordheim. Jordheim into the paint, up and in. She responds. 27-3 as Macy Jordheim gets another bucket, and she's starting to pull away with the leading scoring honors here for the Thompson Tommies. Hall with the pass, got tipped and intercepted by Taylor Zach. Zach was almost pickpocketed from behind there by Kennedy Wolf, and now the pass into the near wing will send Kaya Sorby to the floor. It looks like the basketball went right into her stomach. Sorby probably unsure if she got the wind knocked out of her now, but she'll be okay. She'll remain in the lineup. Taylor Zach at the free throw line, bounce pass, and 2 passes later, it comes out to Cunningham. She lost it off her fingertips, out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Skyhawks. I have them down, according to my numbers, that's only the 3rd turnover for the Thompson Tommies in this game. Inbounds pass will come to Kennedy Walt, the 5'3" freshman for the Skyhawks. She'll dribble into the high post. Now a 3 from Martin, and that one looked good coming out of her hand, but it bounced off the back iron to the right side. Loose ball underneath. Cunningham picks it up, poked away, ends up in the hands of Olivia Martin. Martin then lost it right into the hands of Taylor Zach, and Zach fires it up court to, let's see here, looking at the right roster, it's Macy Jordheim. And Kaya Sorby now feeds it near wing for Herbert. Herbert, bounce pass out to Sorby. Sorby up top, Cunningham, catch and shoot 3, off the front of the rim, won't go. Rebound underneath by Sorby. Turnaround shot won't go. Cunningham was there with the rebound. That one will not go. Coming away with it is Macy Jordheim. Feeding Sorby underneath, and she got it up and in. 29-3. Now the Skyhawks looking to add another basket here. And they got it into the hands of J.C. Hall, who has the lone basket from the field. Olivia Martin has the free throw, and that quickly turned disastrous for the Skyhawks as the ball will go back to Thompson as they lose it out of bounds. So Skyhawks put one person in the backcourt there to guard Mackenzie Hughes as she crosses the timeline. No trouble this time around for the Tommies. Nistler from the baseline and fakes left, now puts it up top for Jordheim. Down low, I couldn't see who that was. That was Herbert, who will get fouled underneath, and Herbert will go to the free throw line. Herbert with the shot, or with the free throw, and that's off the mark. 3:36 to go here in the second half, or second quarter, excuse me. Second free throw is on its way, and looks like there might have been a lane violation, and it's on the Tommies, so that free throw with the lane violation will be as if it never happened. And that will give the Skyhawks the ball back, and now a loose ball on the floor. Chased down and picked up by, that's Aaliyah Schock into the lineup here for the Skyhawks. And another loose ball. Grace Kelly, and has that one stolen away by Sorby. Check that, Nistler stole it. Down at the other end, a loose ball goes out of bounds and back to the Skyhawks. Taylor Zach checks back into the lineup here for Thompson. Skyhawks work the ball up top there. That's Grace Kelly who drives down the near side of the lane, and that one will not go. Kelly will get the ball swatted back to her off the rebound. And that was a long two out of the hands of Aaliyah Shock. I was told by a Skyhawk parent it was Shock. Aaliyah Shock, excuse me, I'll get it right. Bounce pass from Taylor Zack to Carrie Nisler. 31-5 now. Skyhawks work the ball up into the hands of Olivia Martin. Martin will give it up there for Shock. Driving baseline and the pass, and did she step out of bounds? Or she did. It'll go back to the Tommies. Another turnover here for Shiloh Christian. We have another media timeout on the floor, so we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back. Tommies lead the Skyhawks 31-5 here with 2:11 to go in the second quarter of play. Taylor Zack with the basketball brings it over the timeline for Thompson. Bounces it into the free throw line there for Nisler. Nisler back up top for Sorby. Sorby looks right, goes left, one dribble, picks it up, needs some help. Handoff there for Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes, far side corner now, Macy Jordheim. Up top now, and two passes later, Taylor Zack puts it up and in, maybe got away with the travel, give the assist to Carrie Nisler. 33-5, and that pass goes to nobody, out of bounds, and back to the Tommies. Not sure who they thought was down there. The closest player was J.C. Hall. Back the other way now with a minute and a half to go here before halftime. Taylor Zack, bounce pass inside there for Nisler. Nisler kicks it out. Corner three is on its way, and it's in! Mackenzie Hughes with the triple. 36-5, and the lead continues to grow here for the Thompson Tommies. That shot will not go in. Offensive rebound up and in. I think that was Hall, and it was. J.C. Hall has, let's see here, 4 of the team's 7 points. Taylor Zack back the other way with a bucket to make it 38-7. It is officially a 31-point lead now. And that shot by Hall off the side of the backboard, out of bounds, and I'll stop the clock with 46.4 seconds to go. So Kaya Sori will bring it in, put it into the hands of Taylor Zack. Zack, oh, she'll get called for a travel there. She wanted to pass to the left. Notice that she didn't have any teammates over there, and then switch directions, passed it to the right side where her teammate was at, but by that time, she'd already taken one too many steps. And turnover number 5, not that it's that huge of a factor right now for the Thompson Tommies, but 30 seconds to go here before halftime, and the Skyhawks will go into the locker room and try and brush off the first half and see if they can't put together a better second half here. As Grace Kelly put up a 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes dribbles out to the corner, gets it to Taylor Zach. Zach, ball above her head, looks left, goes right. Feeds it down low for Sorby. Sorby turns around out the front of the rim, won't go. Grace Kelly will pull down the rebound for the Skyhawks. Kelly will give it up there to Wolf in the backcourt. Wolf with a long 3 at the buzzer, off the glass, won't go, and that brings us to halftime with your score, the Thompson Tommies 38 and the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 7 at half. We'll be back here in a moment or two with some halftime numbers after this on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores, every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter. Search @ND Scores and get the same scores on your mobile device every night.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In our first year and 4 months on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you a total of 407 games, and 377 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 377 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage if not for the sponsors who support our sports webcast. We ask that you please patronize and support the sponsors you hear about in this sports broadcast on the ND Sports Channel. Join us and put your business products and services in front of an average of 234 viewers per game. Let's team up.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in North Dakota so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
ND Softball All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, all-star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Softball All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back here. We're at halftime, and the Thompson Tommies lead the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks by the score of 38-7. The Skyhawks are led in scoring by J.C. Hall with 4 points. Aaliyah Shock, excuse me. Let me see. How did I write it down? Yes, Shock. Aaliyah Shock with 2 points, and Olivia Martin with 1 point. And that's your 3 players who have scored for the Skyhawks so far. While the Thompson Tommies, if they would have had one more player score, they would not have room on the score sheet for the Thompson Tommies players who have scored. They're led by Macy Jordheim with 9, Carrie Nisler with 6, Lauren Cunningham with 6, Taylor Zach with 5, Kaya Sorby with 5, Mackenzie Hughes with 5, and Kayla Herbert with 2. Let's see here. Thompson shot 45%, 14 of 31 from the floor, 80% from beyond the three-point arc, going 4 of 5. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it sure is. I didn't realize they had hit 4 already. And then free throws, 6 of 9 or 66%. For the Skyhawks, 3 of 22 for 13% from the floor, 0 of 6 from outside the three-point arc. Then, in all honesty, that should be 0 for 5. I don't know if that one three-pointer should have counted. I mean, it counts. But, I mean, there really wasn't a chance of that one going in. That was more like, come on, let's see what happens here. That one from Bears Tail. I mean, not saying anything negative, but that was a long three, probably an ill-advised shot. We'll put it that way. And then free throws there, 1 of 2, 50%. That's the bonus. If you want to look on the flip side, they're 50% from the free throw line. They have 8 rebounds, 4 on each side of the glass, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block, 13 turnovers. Is that what I had them down for? Let's see here. I had them down for 14, so that's within 1. That's acceptable. Team fouls 7, points at the bench 6, and those points coming from J.C. Hall and Aaliyah Schock. And then second chance points, 6. For the Thompson Tommies, we didn't go over the second portion of those team numbers. They had 18 rebounds, 8 on the offensive glass, 10 on the defensive glass, 9 assists, 6 steals, 6 turnovers, and is that what I had? I had them down for 5, so that's within 1. That's acceptable. 1 team foul, and that's, yeah, that goes to Kayla Herbert. And 8 points off the bench, 8 second chance points, and 11 points off turnovers. That brings us to, let's see here, I forgot to add that up. Let's do the quick math on that here. So we're getting ready to start the third quarter of play. Tommies outscore the Skyhawks 22-6 in the second quarter, 16-1 in the first quarter of play. Tommies had the ball going from right to left, as I see it, in their white jerseys with green numbers and letters. That shot from Taylor Zach up and in. Free throw line extended on the far side. Taylor Zach has 7, and it increases the Tommy lead to 40-7. Once again, in our first game, it was the Kindred Vikings picking up a win over the Langdon area Edmore Munich Cardinals. Kindred Vikings will more than likely meet the Thompson Tommies in the semifinals here as Carrie Nisler gets another bucket. Oh wait, check that, wrong team. Let's take a look at the board here. Grace Kelly got that bucket, excuse me. Carrie Nisler will get the bucket, and it's 42-9. Taylor Zach and Nisler, and 2 players falling to the floor will cause a jump ball, and the jump ball will favor the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Are going from left to right as I see it. Shiloh in their dark blue jerseys with light blue trim and white numbers. Inbounds pass from the baseline on the near side of the hoop. Comes right in for Grace Kelly. She'll back in her defender, pop it out top for Bears Tail. Bears Tail work it over there for Martin. Martin back to Bears Tail up top. 12 to shoot on the shot clock. Feed, pass down inside, comes back out top. Now they push out into the corner. I believe that was Martin. And then they'll get it to Kennedy Wolf. And Wolf makes it 42-11. So a little bit better start here in the second half for the Skyhawks compared to that first half of play. They have 4 points now, which is over half of what they had in the first half, put it that way. 6 minutes to go here, third quarter of play, 42-11. On the far side, it's Olivia Martin. Martin works it down low for Kelly. Kelly trying to get around Zach, but the ball's stolen away by Carrie Nisler. Back down to the other end, it's going to be Mackenzie Hughes. She has 7 points now. 44-11 as Bearstail bring it up over the timeline. Fire into the hands near wing there of Kennedy Walth. Walth works inside for Grace Kelly. Kelly gets it in off the glass. And the Skyhawks starting to get a little bit of momentum here. Grace Kelly with 4 points in the game, all 4 of them coming here in the third quarter. She now shares the leading scoring honors with J.C. Hall. Bounce pass near side now, that is Macy Jordheim on the near wing. Looks down low at the baseline for Taylor Zach. Zach works it back up top, back to Zach. Try and say that a couple of times. Back to Zach, I had to say it again there. Just passed off to Nisler. Sorby shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to the hands of Grace Kelly. Kelly will push it up court over the left hand of Kennedy Walth and out of bounds. And another turnover for Shiloh Christian. And a media timeout on the floor. 44-13, 4:53 to go here, third quarter of play. We'll be back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. Quality Home Restorations is Fargo-Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
All right, welcome back. Here's an interesting fact. If you eliminate the first half of play, we're tied at 6-6 between the Thompson Tommies and the Skyhawks. But unfortunately, that's not how it works in the game of basketball, and you have to include those points from the first half. And but that is the good news here. We'll see if Shiloh can't turn it around, make things interesting here. Right now, Kaya Sorby has the ball for the Thompson Tommies. Sorby will dribble down to the baseline here on the near side, turn around, look into the paint, a pass across the paint. I think that was Taylor Zach. She missed it. Ball comes up court. Kennedy Walth will pick it up, dribble into the near corner, work it inside there for Grace Kelly. Kelly up top to Martin. Martin will swing it over, 2 passes later into the hands of Bearstail. Bearstail up top for Walth. Walth works it to the free throw line. Now back out to Martin on the near wing. Martin drives in, and I think that was Taylor Zach guarding her. No, check that. It was Kaya Sorby guarding her. Kaya Sorby picks up her first and team's first of the second half. And the free throw's in by Olivia Martin. She is 2 of 3 from the line tonight. 44-14. Second free throw will drop in as well. They wish they would have had this start in the first half here. It may have cost them a trip to the semifinals, but we're still in the third quarter with 4:06 to go. A lot could happen, we'll see. Thompson Tommy's a tough team to try and come back from a deficit that big, though. We'll see what happens. Cunningham with the basketball, works it down low to Taylor Zach. Zach pivoting around on that low block, can't get it to go. And then eventually the defensive rebound comes down to Grace Kelly, who's immediately double teamed. Grace Kelly will get it to Bearstail. Bearstail over the timeline. Substitutions for both teams pending at the next break in action, which will come right now. Checking in, Carrie Nisler, as well as Mackenzie Hughes. And checking in for the Skyhawks will be the 5'3" senior, Rachel Mischel. bounce pass is turned into a loose ball. And now a wrestling match for the ball. Possession arrow will favor the Skyhawks. 44-15 here, third quarter of play, 3:32 to go. And now full court press by the Skyhawks. Tommies will break that press this time down the court. Get it over the timeline with 29 to shoot on the shot clock. Kick it outside, long two is on the way from the baseline. 17-footer off the front end, no good. Rebound comes down to Rachel Mischel. Mischel will work it up to Grace Kelly. Kelly had it stripped away there by, check that by Carrie Nisler. Working in the far corner there from Kenzie Hughes. The Shiloh fans behind me chanting defense. Kenzie Hughes with the basketball, runs into double team, puts it into the hands of Herbert. Herbert, far side, now they work it back down low, outside up top. Cunningham for three, a high arcing three off the front rim, won't go. Grace Kelly will pull down the rebound here for the Skyhawks. And coming across the timeline there was Mischel, fires it into the corner, and they work it down low to Kelly. Kelly back out, maybe, now back inside to Kelly. Thought for a moment that they were gonna pull the three there. And Cunningham will reach in, strip the ball away, but before she can get credit for the steal, it'll be a jump ball. And we have another media timeout on the floor. Thompson Tommies lead the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks with 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. Your score, 44-15. Back in 30 seconds here on the ND Sports Channel.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In our first year and 4 months on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you a total of 407 games, and 377 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 377 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage if not for the sponsors who support our sports webcast. We ask that you please patronize and support the sponsors you hear about in this sports broadcast on the ND Sports Channel. Join us and put your business products and services in front of an average of 234 viewers per game. Let's team up. All right, welcome back here to the Betty Ingolstadt Sioux Center, home of the UND Fighting Hawks, on the campus of UND up in Grand Forks here. First time I've ever, well, this is actually the second game I've broadcasted from here. In our first game earlier today, it was the Kindred Vikings advancing to the semifinals with a 58-43 win over the Langdon area Edmore Munich Cardinals. And right now, with 2.5 to go in the third quarter, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks trail the Thompson Tommies by the score of 44-15. They scored 8 of those 15 here in the third quarter. Now scored more in the third quarter than they did in the entire first half, which is a good sign for the Skyhawks. So they'll look to rebound here in tomorrow's matchup. It won't be any easier of a matchup here for the Skyhawks. They'll, if the score remains as is currently, they'll face the Langdon area Edmore Munich Cardinals tomorrow. As Grace Kelly will knock in a free throw. She has 7 points and now leads the way for the Skyhawks. So check that, she has 5 points, my bad. But she still leads the way, and now she has 6, and there's no question that she leads the way now. 44-17 to 22 to go. Another full court press here by the Skyhawks. Tommies get over the timeline, working into the hands of Nisler. Nisler far side for Hughes. Hughes drives into the lane and puts it up off the glass, and talk about just, I mean, they could put up any shot they want and it would go in. That's, I mean, there's Grace Kelly with a three. Knocks down the triple. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9 for Grace Kelly all in this third quarter. And it's 46 to 20. All of a sudden that 31+ point lead has been trickled down to 26. Tommies will work it near side, now down low, pass through the paint, up and in. That is Kayla Herbert. 48-20. Back the other way, the Skyhawks have the ball. They'll put it in the hands of Kelly. Kelly far side, that is Aaliyah Schock. Schock will get it into the hands of Rachel Michel, and that pass is intercepted by Kayla Herbert. Herbert will come back down the other way, pick up her dribble at the top of the key, wait for her teammates. Hand it off, Hughes will bury the triple. Hughes off the handoff assist there by Herbert. 51-20. Back to a 31-point lead. Once again, if the Tommies lead by 30 or more at the start of the fourth quarter, we'll have a running clock in the fourth quarter of play. As Hughes will get by Rachel Michel there and put it into Herbert. Herbert bounce pass into the corner there for Macy Jordheim. Jordheim picks up her dribble. Runs into a little trouble, feeds in the corner for Hughes. Back to Jordheim, up top, Nisler. Nisler to Herbert. Herbert near side for Mackenzie Hughes. In the near corner. Hughes backing up her defender. Nice pass into the paint for Nisler. It was partially blocked by Olivia Martin. Comes out, and the shot at the shot clock buzzer is up and in for Macy Jordheim, who enters into the double-digit club with 11 now. And it's a 53-20 lead for the Thompson Tommies. 2, and that foul will start the clock with 2.4 seconds, and the Skyhawks will have a chance to score some points here with the clock stopped. Taylor Zack comes back into the lineup here for the Thompson Tommies. That shot would not have counted had it gone in, but it didn't. Rachel Michel with the shot at the front iron at the buzzer, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's the Thompson Tommies 53, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 20. Skyhawks scoring 13 in that third quarter, and Thompson scoring 15. So you take away that first half, and it's a 2-point game in favor of the Thompson Tommies as we head into the fourth, but that won't be the case. It's 53-20 heading into the fourth. We'll be back after this here on the ND Sports Channel. ND Sup All Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Sup All Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Sup All Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. All right, welcome back. Fourth quarter of play is just about to start. The Tommies lead by 33 points, so we'll have a running clock here in the fourth quarter. This one will be over in 8 minutes. It'll stop for timeouts, injuries, and free throws only. Right now, it's Kaya Sori with the basketball high on the near side. You might be able to hear the dribbling of the basketball on our crowd mic. They'll work it near side here for Macy Jordheim. Macy Jordheim passes away, gets it back, and that will be Sorby with the long 2, and it's up and in. Kaya Sorby has 7 now for the Tommies. 55-20. Bears tail with it here on the near wing, works it to Grace Kelly. Kelly at the free throw line, out for catch and shoot 3 off the back iron out of the hands of Olivia Martin. That one will not go, and the rebound comes down to the Thompson Tommies. Back the other way, now Mackenzie Hughes will have the basketball, put it into the hands of Taylor Zach. Zach dribbles over into the far corner, and Zach will get the ball right back from Nisler, and then she'll feed it into the free throw line for Jordheim, who comes back out top and hands it off to Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes will fire it to the near wing here for Kaya Sorby. Sorby works it down low to Taylor Zach on the baseline. Zach tried to pass it into Nisler. It was poked away there by Olivia Martin, but then the Tommies regain possession. Turnaround three is up and in. Kaya Sorby with the triple. 58-20. Bears tail working into the hands of Schott. 4 passes later, he gets into the hands of, I believe that's Miller. No, Kelly, excuse me. There's no Miller on the team. It's Grace Kelly. I've called, there's a player for Fargo North named Grace Miller, and that's one just got stuck in my head there. So that's how I messed that one up. But Taylor Zach will have the ball now on the baseline here. Feeding it for Nisler, works away around Grace Kelly, and Nisler enters the double-digit club with 10, and it's 60-20. It's a 40-point lead with 6 minutes to go. Once again, a running clock. They'll stop for timeouts, injuries, and free throws. And it looks like the Tommies will sub in 3 here at the next break in action. Long 2 off the baseline won't go. Martin pulls down the rebound, fires it out to Bears tail. Bears tail into the corner. The baseline jumper is up too strong. Rebound goes into the hands of Kaya Sorby. 5:31 to go here in the 4th quarter of play. They'll put it into the hands of Mackenzie Hughes. He'll come down to the near wing and stop there. Still dribbling, but she will now pick up her dribble, get it to Taylor Zach down low. Zach, ball above her head, looking across the paint, and then looks up to her left, now feeds it up top quickly, back inside to Nisler, out of the hands there of Kaya Sorby, but the shot won't go, and Olivia Martin will pull down the rebound for the Skyhawks, handing it off to Bears tail in the backcourt, who brings it over the timeline, and now Martin with a catch and shoot 3, far wing up and in! Martin makes it 60-23 with 4:52 to go. Taylor Zach now has the basketball. Bounce pass up top there for Sorby. Sorby looks to her right and then dribbles to her right and calls for the thumb pinky finger play, whatever that one happens to be. And now we'll have a timeout on the floor as the Tommies will sub in 5 and sub out 5. So that timeout will stop the clock with almost half the quarter gone with 4:38 to go. Once again, for Skyhawk fans, we'll have 100% coverage of Shiloh Christian, win or lose, throughout the entire tournament here. So, you know, most stations only cover the winner's bracket. That's not so here at the ND Sports Channel. We cover every game if at all possible. 60-23, 4:38 to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll have 5 new players for Thompson when we come back from this 30-second timeout after this on the ND Sports Channel. The Fargo North softball team is live for a 2nd season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games, as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com/game schedule. All right, welcome back. 5 new players in, including Ali Ayusel, the 5'6" senior, Lauren Cunningham, the 5'3" junior. Let's see here. We'll get to the other players as they get the ball, including Ali Ness, a 5'8" junior, and also Jada Welke, a 5'7" sophomore. Kayla Herbert in the lineup too here for the Tommies. 4:20 to go here. It's a 60-23 advantage for the Thompson Tommies. Turnover Thompson, ball goes back. And now a three from the near corner is a little short. Tommies pull down the rebound. Quickly the other way, Kayla Herbert trying to get in front of the defenders, goes to the hoop, can't get it to go. Loose ball rebound was collected by the Skyhawks, Kennedy Walth. Walth will bring it back over the timeline. Bounce pass, that's that's Serene Wilkinson. And she's a 5'3" senior for the Skyhawks. And now the Skyhawks will sub in a player, and that player will be, let's see here. Looks like Kelsey Mischel will come in. And that will give Kennedy Walth a breather on the bench. Probably for the rest of the game, we'll see, I'm not sure. Not sure what their plan is over there, but keep some of their players fresh for tomorrow's consolation semifinal here. 3:20 and counting to go. 60-23 is our score. In favor of the Thompson Tommies. Tommies work it down low, now back up top. That is Lauren Wolfgram, a 5'6" junior guard, who feeds it down low for Jada Welke. 62-23. Skyhawks have the ball. Olivia Martin into the lineup, and Olivia Martin will get the ball back. Martin will tee it up for a long three. That one's a little bit too strong. That was a good 22-footer probably. 22-foot three-point attempt there from Olivia Martin. 2:44 to go as the Tommies bring the ball back down to the other end here. Fourth quarter of play, 62-23. Tommies with the basketball up top. That is Bailey Munson, 5'4" freshman, who will lose the ball. And picking it up is Grace Kelly. Kelly will bring it up over the timeline here with 2:27 and counting to go. Now we're into the hands of Wilkinson near side. Wilkinson will nearly lost it. Got the ball back, looking for a pass. Tips it into the hands of Martin. Martin to Grace Kelly at the free throw line, and Kelly has it picked away by Ivesdahl. Allie Ivesdahl will feed it into the hands of Wolfgram. We need to get familiar with that one. That shot's up and in. Jada Welke has 4 points now, and it's a 64-23 lead, and the clock stops with 1:56 on the timeout on the floor. We're back after this on the ND Sports Channel. Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo. NDSAA All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the NDSAA All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to NDSAA All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109. All right, welcome back. Fourth quarter of play, 1:56 to go. Running clock will stop for timeouts and injuries and free throws only. Skyhawks have the ball. They put up a three. Off the front iron, won't go. Rebound comes down to the hands of Allie Ness. Ness will bring it back up over the timeline here for the Tommies and put it into the hands of Lauren Wolfgram. Wolfgram to Ivesdahl. That's what I'm trying to say. Ivesdahl, or no, check that. That's Wolfgram with the three. 67-23, just under 90 seconds to go. At the top of the key, now they work it down low. That is J.C. Hall, and that turnaround shot won't go. Libby Korber, a 5'7" freshman, into the lineup now. As is Bailey Munson, a 5'4" freshman as well. Put in the hands of Ivesdal. Ivesdal back over to Munson. Munson looking down low, now dribbles up over to the far wing. Picks up her dribble, bounce pass down into the baseline, pass across the paint to the opposite baseline. Now they work it back up top into the hands of Ivesdal. Ivesdal will pump it out. That three-pointer a little short. Iron deficient, even net deficient, nylon deficient, whatever you want. Trying to come up with some new terms there. That shot is up, won't go, out of the hands of Kelsey Mitchell. And a jump ball will favor the Skyhawks. So the running clock continues. 22, 21, 20, inbounds pass from far side of the hoop off the baseline. Comes up top here for the Skyhawks. Now they're working near side for Aaliyah Shook. Shook works inside, back out top now. That is Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell's shot won't go. Offensive rebound. 4 seconds to go. Can they get a shot at the buzzer? No, they cannot. Rebound comes down to Colbert, and that'll be your final score. As the Thompson Tommies will advance to the semifinals with a 67-23 win over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. We'll take a timeout. Come back here with your full numbers after this here on the Andy Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores, every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter. Search @NDScores to get the same scores on your mobile device every night.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In our first year and 4 months on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you a total of 407 games, and 377 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 377 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage if not for the sponsors who support our sports webcast. We ask that you please patronize and support the sponsors you hear about in this sports broadcast on the ND Sports Channel. Join us and put your business products and services in front of an average of 234 viewers per game. Let's team up.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in North Dakota so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
ND Softball All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, all-star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Softball All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back here. Final score from the Betty Ingolstadt Sioux Center basketball court here on the campus of UND in our second quarterfinal game of the Girls State Class B Girls Basketball Tournament as the Thompson Tommies 67-23 over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. The Tommies were led by Mackenzie Hughes with 12 points. Macy Jordheim had 11, Carrie Nisler and Kaya Sorby had 10 apiece. Taylor Zack had 7, Lauren Cunningham had 6, 4 apiece for Kayla Herbert, Jada Welke, and Lauren Wolfgrant had 3. For the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, 9 for Grace Kelly. That's who led the way for the Skyhawks. Olivia Martin was 6. Let's see here, J.C. Hall with 4, 2 apiece for Kennedy Walth and Aaliyah Schock. And that would be your individual scores for the Skyhawks team numbers. Shiloh Christian, 23 points, 18%, 8 of 43 from the floor, 15%, 2 of 13 from beyond the three-point arc, 83%, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. They had 20 rebounds, 7 offensive, 13 defensive, 3 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks, 20 turnovers, 17 fouls, 6 points off the bench, 6 second chance points, and 0 points off turnovers. While the Thompson Tommies scoring 67, we're 48% from the floor, shooting 27 of 56, 70% from beyond the three-point arc, shooting 7 of 10, and 6 of 9 from the free throw line for 66%. They had 29 rebounds, 11 offensive, 18 defensive, 20 assists, 10 steals, 1 block, 9 turnovers, 14 fouls, 17 points off the bench, 10 second chance points, and 18 points off turnovers. That wraps up our first half of our 2 of 4 games here on the ND Sports Channel from the quarterfinal round of the Girls State Class B Girls Basketball Tournament. I'll get it out of me eventually. That's a lot to say, but not really. And we'll take a break here. We'll be back on the air. Let's see here next. It's almost 5 o'clock now, so the next game I believe is set for 6:30 if I'm not mistaken. That means we'll be on the air right around 6:15 with your pregame show for game number 3 coming up later tonight here on the ND Sports Channel. Thanks so much for joining us. Once again, your final score in the second quarterfinal game, Thompson Tommies advanced to the semifinals to play the Kindred Vikings. And last time those 2 teams played, it went to triple overtime. So I might have to make sure I have enough graphics just in case that happens again. 67-23, Tommies over the Skyhawks. We'll talk to you later today on the ND Sports Channel. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any of the game? Check out Game Rewind on our website at ndsportschannel.com.